You gotta take a piss. You gonna piss your pants, boy? You gonna piss your pants, boy? Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Num-nums. iPhone 6S. Water damage. Don't turn on. Why you don't turn on? Ah. I don't know if speech chat's working. Oh yeah, it is. Sweet. Cool. Let's see if we got another BCC main shot up in here. No BCC main short. Let's see, is chat working or no? YouTube money. Doesn't look like chat is working. So we will go to the chat. I don't know why this one's not working lately. Oh, maybe it is working. Nobody's in here. I'm all alone. No one wants to see me. No one wants to see me. Why the fuck are you clipping, Mike? Picking up the air. Hey, there's nobody in here. What the fuck's going on? Usually somebody's in here right now. Okay. So this turns on. It's just not charging the battery. Hey, somebody's watching. I have friends. It's David. What's up, David? Hey, it works. Good. Chat's working. Woohoo! Man, why are you clipping so much? Is the air getting to you? I guess it is. Strong breeze today. Yeah. Chat's a while behind. Evidently. Nobody's in here yet. It's like 4 people here.
Chris, are you in here talking to someone?
Yes. Talking to my imaginary friends.
Internet friends.
I have all the internet friends.
Mom, I'm talking about internet friends.
Don't tell me that. Do we have a 6S screen up here? Can we have a 6S screen up here? Micah, can I get a 6S screen? What's up, Freddie? What's up, Trinity?
Freddie.
Aaron? Alex? Hamza? Is it Hamza? 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 Paul? Nathan? Nate? What's up, Nate? Nate the Snake. What's up, Chuck? Chuck, do you have Destiny 2? We're going to play on Xbox One tonight. Didn't know if you had it or not.
I want to play Destiny 2.
Mike and I are going to play it together. We're going to be like the Ragtag Squad.
Ragtag Squad.
I'm just going to run around punching Micah and see if I can knock him off of ledges. Falcon Punch from me to Micah. Well, this grade A premium battery here screams volumes to me. My camera is in the reflection area. I'm trying to figure it out. Friction. Never played the first one. What's wrong with you?
I played most of the releases.
I don't understand. I bet this battery shit or something. He told me this didn't turn on. Micah. David said it didn't turn on. Sure looks like it's turning on.
He said that those MacBooks weren't turned on either.
It turned on. It's working. Do I have a video on fake charging iPhone? I have several videos on TriStar. Fake charging is usually Tigris, but it can be TriStar also. Really, on fake charging, you just kind of have to replace one, see if it works. If not, replace the other.
Go on down the chain.
Alright, so I don't know what he was talking about. This works fine. Am I supposed to fix a working phone, I guess? Anyone watch Jason's crushed iPhone? No, I saw they posted one. I had one the other day that was fucked. The NAND on it was cracked. It was no bueno. Getting loopy here, looking for a router for a business client. Almost had a coronary when I looked at Amazon pricing for a Synergy router. 200 plus 200 more than the US. That sucks. You have an addiction problem with Battlefield? I mean, I don't blame you. Battlefield's an amazing game. A pirate's life for the pirate for me. We are a pirate. Micah's mom is a butt pirate. Who's this from? It's Anthony. Where's Anthony at? Somebody fucking find Anthony and get him here right now. You have an iPhone 6s with backlight issues. The backlight diode pad is burned off. Well, it looks like you're going to have to make a jumper.
Make jumpers.
Make jumpers. There's Anthony. Hey, Anthony. I got good news. I got bad news on the iPhone or the Galaxy S6. So the Galaxy S6 that we ordered the power chips for, it's working, but there's a problem. It charges to like 30-something% and then it stops. So I have a feeling that I'm also going to have to open it back up, which sucks. And I'm going to have to replace the other IC, which has to do with charging. Because currently the phone is at 36%. And I don't know how long it'll be at 36%. So you might have to wait. Micah.
What?
Get that.
What, did you throw some in the trash? Did you mean
No, no, the trash is on the floor.
What you doing in the trash?
I was sitting on top of the box and it slid off.
What you doing in the trash? Why
Thanks,
you throw it
man.
in the trash?
Thanks, broski.
You couldn't get up just to move that phone, Chris?
Okay, turn it off. Will do. Your mom's lazy. Tell her to move around a little bit. She just lays there. You have to enter the passcode to turn the phone off? What kind of bullshit is this? Power off. Enter passcode to turn off. So I need to find the passcode as soon as possible. I can't turn it off without the passcode. Need the passcode, Anthony. It's going down quick. I don't even know if USB works, to be honest. This might be a complete nightmare. Cash you outside, how about that?
How about that?
Chris, you looked for an ad request on Xbox, but only seen one that looks spammy. Denied Archer isn't you, is it? No, it's not me. I'll put my Xbox name on here so everybody can have me.
Oh God, Chris.
Everyone.
You're brave.
I think this is it. I'm pretty sure that's it. The end of it always gets me because I made it and don't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even think I have you on Xbox. Right?
You don't, Micah, because you hate me.
At least I can remember mine. I've used the same one since
Well, Micah, mine all got banned by Xbox because evidently up in your mama's guts is not acceptable.
Well, you should know.
I used that name for over a year and then it got banned.
I've used mine for, I think I got like all kinds of special stuff from Microsoft because mine's been running since like I said, like 2000. When did Xbox Live come out? 2002?
Micah, I have to say something. When in Rome.
It's not,
This doesn't work here. When in Rome.
it's not the right context.
Scoop put up a video. You son of a bee. Sorry, Scoop.
Sorry.
Got a PS4? I tried to buy a PS4 from a guy yesterday for $30. He wouldn't do it.
He wasn't having it.
It looks like it's got cockroaches in it, which I'd have to clean out. The HDMI port's broken, which I'd have to fix, and it's missing a cover. You're watching stream on the 360? I sold all my 360s. I had 3 of them.
You got a PS4 cover here.
And I do have a PS4 cover here. And
you got a PS4
mine
here.
was all of mine were modified, so I had a bunch of burned games. Burned games are awesome. We used to download the game before it came out, and we would go to GameStop on the release night, and we would park out front and play the video game out of the back of the car while people were waiting in line to get the video game. How'd you get that?
Your mama.
TP-Link routers are nice and yeah, TP is really good. That's what I have in my house. I've got a TP.
I got TP2 at my house.
Mike, I knew you were going to go there. TP-Link routers are really good, though. And they're affordable.
It is affordable.
Oh, I don't have a 360. I have an Xbox One.
I don't even think it's being released on the 360.
No, it's not.
BNC, hello? BNC, how may I help you? Here. Which one was it again? Hello? You still there? Okay. What was it again? Hello? Hello? You still there? I'm here, so.
What were they asking about?
I couldn't hear what device was said.
Up in your mama's guts. Yeah, we had a bunch of names that were... The fastest was... I made a name, got banned, and they got banned on a new name. Try Love, all lowercase. It says it has 4 letters and a number, from what I could tell.
Mine's Bobby Fisher 010101 XD.
Or maybe it is. Let me see. Love. Yep, no. Yeah, that was it. It turned off. Sweet. That was it. What's up, Scoop? I saw you just uploaded a video, Scoop. Scoop-a-loop. Scoop has far better production value than I do. He should get all the views. If you haven't checked out Scoop's videos, you should. They are...
You need to make yours all professional. I have like an intro video and all this stuff.
Why don't you make me one?
I don't know nothing about that.
You quoted him 250. Estimated price on that one is $125. So you got yourself some profit. You haven't decided if you like the stream yet? Get the fuck out. It's getting groated. Yeah, it's getting groated. A little bit, slowly but surely. Evidently, you have to do this for a few years to get a lot of subs. Yeah, Anthony, I can replace the other IC and get the charging working, but I'll have to order it. So it's just a matter of time. Unless it doesn't work, and then I'm gonna cry inside. Just a little. Don't kick me just yet. Oh, we won't. We're not gonna kick you. We make people leave on their own.
Get out of here.
Shun the non-believer. Shun.
You're banished from our town.
You're banished. Go away. You have Patreons? I don't have a Patreon account. I really don't even know what it's good for.
What is it?
I think it's like crowdfunding. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay, Anthony, we'll do. Over here getting text messages and shit. So, recently I've gotten a string of phones that are just rabbit holes, and sorry for the people that have sent them in, but I really don't want to delve 12 hours into something I can't fix. We got an iPhone 6s Plus that came in today. Has no signs of damage at all. TriStar has been replaced on it already though, but they said it didn't change the symptoms. The phone just turns on, off. There's no Apple logo. It's like the PMIC is being told to reset over and over. And from what I can gather, the PMIC is told by the CPU when to reset, and usually when it's doing that, supposedly it's something to do with the CPU. You have to reball or something. I don't know. I can't figure them out. I've checked the reset lines, like the pull-up resistors. I've checked to see if they're being held low. Everything looks fine. I don't know what's causing it, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time. So if somebody has an idea or a clue on an iPhone that goes from no amp draw to about 100 milliamps and then back off and then back on, then back off, back on, and there's no signs of liquid, no signs of physical damage, you let me know what you got. 5S boot loops, red screen. Yeah, it's usually NAND. Could be front camera too. How'd the iPads go? We got it working. It works. It's awesome. The one that we did pre-Anthony that had no touch, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fix it. But if you send me another one, I will do it for free. To make up for the one lost. Because I feel bad. I didn't mean to break it. It didn't like me. It didn't like me at all. Okay. Then we need to do some checking.
Good.
What can I do for you?
Can I help you?
Alright. So, screen's cracked.
Okay.
Prices went down, got a new one. Put it on there, everything looked fine. When I was changing up the ribbon cable, the earpiece ripped, so I changed that. Wait, I could hear everything again. Proximity sensor and all that bull crap. Week and a half goes by, it just starts messing up. Power button is faulty. This button doesn't work. I can't talk. The touch screen works about half the time. I should know if you guys sold the screen assemblies, or if you guys would know what was wrong with it. Because I took it apart multiple times. Like all the connections are in this solid. Everything looks fine.
Is it a 6S?
It's 7 Plus.
Oh, 7 Plus. Okay. And what's you're saying? Touch goes in and out.
Yeah.
And what else? Power button doesn't work.
Everything. Power button works half the time. I mean, of course, it's like right now. But like I'll text, like I'll type some like half the time the keyboard doesn't show up, but I can still touch. And then I can't, like when I go to call, I can't hear anything. The headphone port at the bottom doesn't work for headphones, but it works for power, like to charge it.
Did you drop it in water?
No, that's the thing. I didn't. Like since I've changed the screen, I haven't dropped it. Like I tried to pick the glass.
Yeah, the
Screen
buttons
protector
are- The
off
buttons
of
were
it.
literally just working. Now they're not working.
Yeah, like everything was working fine, and then
Not even the home button's not even doing nothing.
yeah. I mean, I'm a computer guy. I'm not a phone guy, but I mean, I'll take them apart. But I have before, but I don't like to.
How hard was the initial drop?
I mean, I've dropped it 7 months ago. I didn't ever get the screen replaced because it was so expensive. But then because that was when it first came out.
What was wrong with it?
And it was working fine except the screen was cracked, so I replaced the screen. And then it worked fine. But the ribbon cable broke at the top, so I replaced that.
Oh, okay. No. Oh, no. Yeah. I thought I actually talked to you.
Alright, we'll have to take a look at it and see what's going on.
How much you guys charge to look at?
We don't charge anything to look at. Charge $0 to look at it.
Oh, it's already a better price than everywhere else.
Well, I don't know where you took it, but
I mean, I have to talk to Digital Doc.
Digital say anything?
I called them when it initially broke, and they said it was gonna be $400 to replace it.
400
Yeah. So I told them
to replace what?
just replace the screen.
When was this? Like when they first came out?
Yeah, this was like
Okay.
in December.
I was gonna say, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, there's no way.
Well, I mean, they were that expensive at the time.
Yeah, and that's when I looked it up. I was like, oh, for that price, I'll do it myself. But when they came at like around that same time, the
We're up
screen
until 7.
case was through the assembly was still $200.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Bye.
Because that's the second one I had. The first one.
The buttons still aren't working. They were working like literally as soon as I picked it up and started messing with it. I doubt it would be a software issue.
Yeah, I restored it like earlier today.
Oh, you did?
To
Okay.
see. Oh, maybe everything looks physically fine. Maybe it's a little.
Oh, the phone's on. The screen's just not on.
Yeah. It's just because you can't press the power button. The power button's not working.
The home button's working, so it should
Oh,
be.
it was?
Yeah.
Well, I literally just
That's
pressed
what I'm saying,
that.
like,
Did it
everything-
feedback?
No, it didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it just fed back to me.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's going in now.
You're going in now.
You're going in now, Chris.
Not us, said the gingerbread man. No pin loop, no pin loop.
Because that's the second one I had. The first one I had just kind of stopped working.
Screen?
Not the second phone. So I took it to Apple. They just
Dang.
gave me a whole new phone.
Might be what you need to do with this one too.
And then when I took it apart, the little screws that hold the assembly, the digitizer and all that to the actual frame, half the screws are missing. So I didn't know if that's a replacement. Because they said it was a pre-owned device that they replaced it with.
They usually don't leave screws out.
That's what I thought. 20 screws there. 'Cause I got one of those little, I guess, white checkered magnetic boards. I don't know. I'm not a phone guy. Too small for me.
So when you replace the screen, the screws are already gone.
Yeah. all the screws for the actual, like for the ribbon cables and stuff like that were there. But that held the actual phone, like the digitizer to the side of the case.
Talking about for the back plate here.
Yeah.
Slowest boot up ever. It's acting like the home button's not original. Touch ID work?
Yeah. And it still had the adhesive piece when I took it off. Like to make it water resistant. Like the little like
The gasket?
Gasket.
yeah. Like all of
Still
those.
booting. Still bootsin'. Bootsies, bootsies. Do 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 do
Y'all got,
do
y'all got a lot of business since you opened up, have you?
Yeah.
It's been growing.
It had like 4 people recommend you guys. I didn't know you were down.
Do, 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 do. Still booting.
Is it booting?
Shows the Apple logo. That's all I can guess, Mike.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It takes like 2 minutes to load up.
Like I said, it sounds like we need to take this record out.
I mean, that's an option for me. I just want to make sure it wasn't something that I did. But my coworker, he said he's already had. This is his 3rd one, and not like physical related. It just stops working.
Still.
Literally, it's the worst phone I've ever had.
I haven't had any issues out of mine.
What's the passcode?
009911, I believe.
Never mind, can't type it in. It's locked up. Grab me a screen. Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna see if maybe something with the
Is it
screen's
plus?
causing issues. Yeah. Do 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 do. Front go 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 go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Does the camera assembly and stuff work?
Yeah.
Just can't hear anybody?
Yeah, I can't. Literally, everything was looking fine about 2 days ago. Up until like 3 days ago. And that was with I had changed the ribbon cable to the ear, like that whole cable like a week ago.
Did you check to make sure it had the appropriate stickers on it?
Yeah, it had a little black piece on there. Like everything else was, like all the little, I guess, connections were covered so they're not like touching the metal piece or the metal
Mhm.
black plate.
Trowing. I don't know where that trowing goes here.
Huh?
So I don't think that trowing goes there.
I don't either. I think all the ones on the 7 Plus are Phillips up top.
Yep, they are. They are on the 7 too. Do 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 do. They're partially covered.
I see what they say about me.
Huh? Fucking Micah. Yeah. Oh, what's about you, Micah?
Obviously not me.
That's a different Micah.
It is. It's even like
It's
my doppelganger.
It's not the same Micah. It's a different Micah.
What was on Family Guy where Peter has these like albino twin that he keeps in the shed and eats fish eggs?
Brandon said, "What's up?"
So.
See that screen? Brandon says he needs a new job.
You?
Brandon Tisdale. Tazel. Excuse me.
Tisdale.
Do we refurbish screens? No. Not personally. Alright, let's see if it'll boot up and work properly. Is this aftermarket?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you grab me an OEM?
Oh.
We got a bunch of them.
I know. Let's grab the first one.
It's a 3D kiosk.
We're supposed to film in ride aids and stuff, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
What's it do? Just like
It's like, I can turn it on.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you can turn it
I can
on.
go out there and turn it on.
see skills.
Boop, 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 boop. Let's see, huh? Let's see what camera flex we got here. Is this a? It's a 6 Plus. Solaris kiosk. Ooh, I know a guy that owns a Solaris kiosk. He owns several of them. Did you ever get anything on that 6 Plus?
It's alright.
What's going on?
Hey. Oh, let me go grab that for you. Yep. No.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
No problem. See ya.
Alright, what's passcode again?
Passcode?
Mhm.
009911.
Yeah, it's hardware problems with the board. It's locked up.
So it's not nothing I did. I mean,
I mean, yeah, dropping it. Dropping it caused it, I'm sure. These are extremely sensitive to drops.
Yeah. Is that the only case you used on it? Was that?
No, that's just some cheap case I bought the other day. Had one of those, what was it, 100 boxes on it.
Why'd you take it off?
It was all scratched up. Like I haven't dropped it since I've got that case.
Yeah, it's bored.
That's something. Would that be covered under Apple warranty?
You're gonna have fun with them, most likely. They technically should cover it, but you're probably gonna have to argue with them.
I haven't made an argument.
Well, from what I've seen, they're not supposed to care about screen replacements. It's not supposed to be a big deal, but I'm sure they'll make it a big deal.
Chris, even with the swap screen, it was flashing and stuff and crazy again.
Okay, well then I'll check the connectors here in a second.
Okay.
Just take it apart to where I can get to the connectors.
It's on, but it's freaking out.
Okay. It's probably one of the data ones or something. Let's put all these covers back in here.
You don't need to pull the board again, or are you just going to look at it?
No, just leave it in.
Okay.
Most of the time with the 7s, when we see drops, they get damage on the CPU. Usually the RAM or something gets damaged. Which the RAM is technically part of the CPU since it's a stacked assembly.
The $600 piece of shit is what it is.
They just used a really rigid underfill, and the phone is extremely rigid, so that seems to be transferring all of any impacts that these phones receive straight to the board. And since there's no give, they usually just crack and break connection. We've seen several 7s that have been dropped that have shorts.
Really?
I've actually seen another iPhone 7 with the same exact problem where it locks up randomly. It was a regular 7 though, it wasn't a 7 Plus.
I just figured I'd come checking for him. Go buy another screen or do something stupid like that. Appreciate you looking at it.
No problem. These tri-wing screws are the dumbest invention ever. Whoever at Apple thought these up needs to be punched in the face. So before the screen swap, it wasn't doing any of this.
Yeah. Like it was working perfect, just broken screen.
It's really odd.
I guess the screen got broke. You dropped it?
Yeah, I dropped it. It's back in March.
And it was still working fine after the drop?
Yeah, because I dropped it the day when I left, like the day I left for vacation in March, it broke. And then at the time it was too expensive to replace. So I just, I'll deal with the broken screen.
Yeah.
Before I paid $300 for a screen. And then $300, whatever the hell it was. And then I was like, oh, so finally went down to $60. I popped up, bought a screen.
When did you have it replaced? Didn't you say you had the phone replaced?
Yeah, that was before. I had the phone, like the initial phone that I got whenever it came out in September, and then I swapped it out like November, and this is the second one.
Okay.
Because the other would kind of do the same thing. It would just randomly turn off. 10 minutes later, it'd come back on. And
Well,
eventually, it just didn't come on and off.
this one's definitely locking up.
Even after we tried the other screen, right?
Yeah, it's still locking up. I disconnected the front camera too to make sure it wasn't interfering with it, and it still locks up. There you go.
I appreciate you guys. Owe you anything?
Nope. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Cause you're the man.
I gotta go to Nashville.
See ya. I'm far from the man. I am the myth, the legend. Alright, I don't even know how far I got on this. Touch IC is off. I need to reball the Touch IC. That's what it is.
Alright, this thing's good. I'm gonna shutty it down.
You're going to shutty it down.
Shutty it up and down and all around.
Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you.
Yeah, do that.
Micah doesn't watch any of the streams. He's a dick.
I live them.
He acts like just because he's here, he doesn't have to watch them.
I think I watched one or two of them at home.
What do you-
One or two.
What do you do? Jerking it?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Replace the trust, or you son of a
put that
bitch.
trust down there. Oh God, it moved on you.
Let me see that 6 plus real quick. That way, when that lady comes back, it's done. Chris, you need to put your balls on now.
Put your balls on.
Put your balls on.
Put your balls on.
Micah, are you fucking me?
What?
Did you even look at the connector?
Oh no, I didn't look at it.
God bless, there's
Is
a
it
big.
raped?
No, there's a piece of foam stuck in it.
Oh well, that might be it.
Maybe that's why it doesn't have any image.
Well, here, hand it back and we clean that out there and try again.
What kind of tomfuckery is this?
Why'd you put that foam in?
I didn't.
Yeah,
That
you
came
did.
off the connector. You had to have done it.
No, you.
Oh.
You were rubbing it in there.
I was rubbing it in
Yeah,
there.
just like that. Just rough.
Just rubbing it in. I'll show you something I'm going to rub in. There you go.
Alright.
Get the fuck out of my face. Teddy asked if you're fucking blind.
Actually, yeah.
Technically,
Pretty close.
Micah is legally blind. I don't know why you'll have to be so insensitive.
I need to get some new glasses on.
Get some fucking glasses, Micah.
They're expensive.
How can you be driving your car like that, Micah? You can't even see.
Yeah, I kind of Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo's everything. You know what the funny thing is, Micah?
What?
I Mr. Magoo'd your mom last night. It was more like Mr. Mr.
I
Magooey.
wish I could do a Mr. Magoo voice, but I don't think I could.
You should do a Mr. Magoo porno.
They already have those.
Oh,
What
God.
was the Rule 34 or whatever it is? If it exists on the internet, there's porn of it.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet there's live action porn of it too.
I bet there is.
Live action. Microsoldering home. Work at the kiosk during the day. You sound like Batman. You sure you're not Batman?
Where's my payload screws?
Pelopes, where are they?
Where are they?
Rachel!
Where's this white screen back?
Brandon, get really good at micro soldering, then open your own place because screen replacements are run of the mill. Once you're good at fucking micro soldering, you ain't gotta worry about the rest of it. Witness protection program, you do. Batman's looking for you. If you all haven't seen these, you need to. You need to look up Bad Man by College Humor. It's a parody on Batman that's very funny. I'm sure a majority of people have seen it, but some haven't. And watch the one where he's talking to Bane. It's pretty fucking funny.
Chris, you would think
All of them are pretty funny, but...
they're pretty fun.
Alright. Touch IC is back on. Let's look at it. Look at it from an angle. Just the tip. See if we like it or not. Looks good. Botmon. Botmon. Bat Dad's hilarious. Bat Dad is hilarious, actually. Now you look up Badman. Badman. College Humor. Look it up. And then look up the one where he's talking to Bane. I would show it on live stream, but it'll get flagged, I'm sure. They'll be like, YouTube money for me. They'll be like, that's a strike on your account. Get fucked. 2 more, you're gone. What did I do with your screen? Oh, I didn't give me one. That big one ain't got one. Just the tip. Yep.
Yeah, that was just the tip.
You want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
You want to play a game? For too long, you've been walking through this apartment with half your clothes off. Now, we're going to play a game called Just the Tip.
Just see if you like it. See if it feels right.
If you like it, you can leave. All right. Just gonna do streams from now on like this.
Like what?
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 What are you doing over here? Do you have that right in your face?
What?
Kind of sound used.
Alright, Touch is working on this. Woohoo! We have Touch. There, so you can see it. Throws up in her mouth. Thanks. Wait until you get old.
Chris, you're old.
Alright, Touch is good. Taps
So old.
passes the tap test. That's all that matters. See, Dr. Teddy is correct. It is a thing of beauty. Thank you, Dr. PhD Teddy.
I don't think that's a real doctor, Chris.
I think he's a real doctor. He said he was when he put his finger in my butt.
I took an online pregnancy test. He sent us for pictures of my butthole all the time.
Online.
I know.
I just
I
get-
don't know why you can't get from the boob photos.
I'm gonna start that. Online gynecologist. Yeah, just send pictures of tits, ass, and vagina. We'll make sure
We'll make sure you're not pregnant. You told me that the tit photos were inconclusive.
I sent you ass photos from 3 different directions like you asked. Why don't you know what's going on?
Trying hard to
See? Dr. Teddy said his fingers smelled like corn, so that proves that he's a doctor. Online proctologist.
There you go.
Just send me pictures of your asshole.
Just send me pictures of your asshole. I'll pretend that I put my fingers in.
Oh, God. Alright, got our antennas connected. Lewis is an online proctologist.
He does wear those big gloves.
He does wear big gloves, that's true.
Wearing those gloves all the time. He's ready for it. Any moment.
Coincidence? I think not.
You don't want to pay for your pair? Okay, just pull down your pants. I'm going to show you something.
Being a proctologist is a really shitty job. Pun intended.
I'm pretty sure that they make you shit yourself the day before.
Yeah, you have to clean out your whole anus.
Yeah.
You have to go home and do a whole enema. Especially when you get to go in and get your old endoscope. You get to check in your booty hole. Send that camera in there and see what's going on. Alrighty. My camera's all loosey-goosey again. Gotta tighten it up. Tight! Get it tight. A spelunker.
Alright, I better double check these connectors here since you guys been calling and stuff.
Did you test it yet to make sure? I hope it's good.
I hope it's good for you.
I mean, it would make sense why it wasn't working.
Yep, they look clean.
Do you all think it's inappropriate to send pictures of your colonoscopy to your friends?
No. It's like, hey.
Like from start to finish as the camera goes in? And then you have a sit-down slideshow with them at your house?
So this is whenever the scope entered my anus. I did feel a slight bit of pressure.
Detailed.
This is where they ran to a large
This is-
pile up of feces, which didn't cleanse out all the way, but they just drove on through it.
Butt doctor.
Chris, you are a butt doctor.
I am a butt doctor.
You work on all those butt water phones.
I do, that's true. If you got a butt water phone, send it here. We'll definitely work on
Nope,
it.
screen's still flashing, freaking out.
New or old?
This little one. And it went black.
Disconnect power and try the new screen.
No, there we go. It's whenever I flex the
Put it
board.
back together.
It's gonna do it. It did it again without even touching.
Why are you doing that, Micah?
it.
Try the other screen.
Alright.
There might still be bits of foam connected to that one
Alright.
where you mashed it in there.
Chris,
Alright, so Touch IC is done. Let's work on this note that has no power. We have power management chips now. The play-by-play is critical for
What
colonoscopies.
was the origins of this phone?
The Batman and Bane one? Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. The Origins, that's the one that was water damaged.
Okay.
It was water damaged, we fixed it, the guy used it for a while, and then he brought it back and asked if we wanted to buy it.
Oh, it's that one.
Mm-hmm. It's been working fine up until now, evidently.
Alright, here goes
Well,
the
that
one.
is useless. Alright, Mr. Note. Let's see what you got
Like nothing.
going on under the hood. Alright, let me see it. Hey, Mrs. Robinson.
I know Karen. Trouble.
Hey, Mrs. Robinson.
PNC, how may I help you? This is Micah. We're still working on it.
Tell her camera works, charging works.
The
No.
camera works, charge port works. We were just having an issue with the image on it now. Well, he's working on it and he's looking at it right now.
It is 5:20.
I'd say give us at least maybe 30 minutes to look at it. I should be able to let you know. It's if because it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, I'll know here shortly. What's going on with it?
Okay.
It's gonna be one of these dayline filters causing that.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a call, like I said, in about 30 minutes and let you know for sure. Okay. No problem. Bye.
It's gotta be one of these dayline filters. That's the only thing I can think. I'm gonna check these pins too here. One of them looks a little weird.
Looks a little wonky.
And they all seem pretty tight though. Yep, one of the filters came off.
Did it?
Yep. So that's what it was.
Did corrosion attacking?
No, I think when I was heating it up earlier for the camera LDO stuff,
So are you actually going to replace it or are you just going to attack it back down?
the filter, I don't know where it went. I lost it. Oh, just replace it. Not a big deal. Easy to replace. Let me grab me a Kurtz board over here. Kurtz board. Kurtz board. I think I stole all these yesterday. Brave to say 30 minutes? Nah. I'll have it tested here shortly. After I replace this filter, all I gotta do is turn it on and see if it works or not. And we can let her know if it's working or not. I'm fairly confident it's one of these data line filters though, based on how it was acting. Because the backlight's staying on, which means that the phone still has power to the LCD, but it's losing data line. So the signal goes away, which means you won't have any image. Any of these data lines go down, there's no image on the phone. So if you have a no image backlight only, that means your LCD has power, but it means that it's not getting the proper signals. So you need to check the 1V8 line and check your data filters, which are these bad boys right here. These are all data line chokes. So we are going to tack this bad boy back into place. Alright. So those all should be tacked down, ready to roll. That was a little crooked, but we'll test to make sure that they're all connected. Alright, let's see if we get image and if it stays there or not. Because that's the main concern here. We need solid image. Okay, so we have image. Let's see if it stays. Alright, I'm tapping the board. The image is staying. So after beating on the board before, we could just give it a little twist and it would go away. But now it stays there solid. So that's all it was. It was just those chokes, which are filters. Or coils, whatever you want to call them. It's always the coil. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. It's always the coil. Alright, so phone's on. It's working. Touch works. Yep. Alright. We'll tap the board again here. Yeah, it's definitely... actually, it could be something with the FPC. Like if I press on it hard enough, the image will fade out. Huh. It's really odd. Well, as long as it'll work here. Let me check the other side. Could have some loose filters on the other side too. That one definitely was loose though. It came right off. All the lines here. I still think that there's something in this connector that's fucking with it, because it's only when I press on this side does it act weird. Let's check all these pins just to make sure nobody's loose. Pretty sure I checked all these though. Could still be that shitty ass foam that's down in there. Another thing you can do, sometimes these connectors get loose if you unplug them and plug them too much. If you just pinch them back together just a little bit, it'll give you a better, tighter connection whenever you plug that in. I'm just kind of poking around at these components that's under the underfill to see if anybody really like nudges. There's one that's loose right there. So I barely touched that one and it moved on me. So let's tack that guy back down. That one's loose too, see that? So those two are probably our problems. Those are right in the range of where the LCM reset lines and shit are. Yeah, all of these are actually really loose. Let me clean out this underfill a little bit. These components over here are solid, but this one's loose, that one's loose, that one's solid though. So it's these three components right here that are loose. Let's see if I can tack them on either side. Nope, knocked it out. Alright, we'll just have to tin these up and put these back into place. We got loose components on the other side too, Micah.
Is there?
Yeah, 3 of them. That, after I did that, I could tap on it, it wouldn't cut out, but if I pressed on the other side really hard,
Twisted or something?
no, if I just pressed on the other side really hard, it would start to fade and then come back, and then fade and come back. The other side though, like I was smacking the board and it wouldn't turn off. Like it stayed on, but as soon as I put like pretty heavy pressure on the other side, it turned off.
Turned off.
So let's tin up these pads here with some leaded. I do that so whenever we go to put these back on, it's much easier. Let's see if I can tack this one down without destroying it. It's pretty good now, so that one's fine. Let's see if I can tack these back down. I'll probably have to reflow those into place. But as long as I can... Oh, fuck you. Shot off into nowhere. Yep, don't know where it went. I'm gonna have to pull a parts board to find it. Be my luck, it's probably a filter. Into the abyss it has gone. Alright, let me see what that is on ZXW, and then we'll probably have to snag that off of parts board. Let me get this one reflowed into place a little better. The beauty with reflowing these with leaded is when you go to reflow these back into place, you don't have to get everything hot enough to melt, just hot enough to melt the leaded solder. So you don't have to worry about really anything lifting, which is awesome. Let me see if that's a filter or if it's a capacitor. I think I've snagged all my 6 Plus boards, so I'm probably gonna have to find the same component off of 6. Off an iPhone 6. You killed Jonathan.
Why?
Don't kill Jonathan. Man, ZXW closed on me. Are you a god? Puny god. Puny god. Alright. 6 Plus. What are you? You are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th component over on this little string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's capacitor, so it's not. It's LCM to chestnut, so important line. But that cap probably doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Let's see if we can find it on an iPhone 6. Let's see, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 56 picofarad 16 volt cap. So let's see if we can find that on the iPhone 6. Here we go. Here it is on the 6. It's the same component. So let's snag that one. Kenneth. Kenneth.
You sound relaxed.
She is
You
relaxed.
sound obese.
She's like, that's not very nice, Mom.
Are you the obese? No.
How's your day?
Me?
Yeah, you?
Long, but glad it's over. Now I'm here. Did you see the message from that one? Ow! God. About
No.
the iPads. I didn't look at it.
What did he say?
He asked if he said that it was delivered Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I think I talked to him.
Okay. I didn't look at it after that because I wasn't sure if he got
It's
it.
one iPad. It's iPad 4, I think, or
Okay.
3.
I was
I'm
gonna say that
looking at
it's
here.
First come, first, or like first in, first out, whatever. But
I'll probably work on it either today or tomorrow.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I should have just said it. But I was just like, I'll just not look at it and let Chris look at it.
Alrighty, there we go.
What are we doing for dinner?
You're addicted to liquid.
We should get sushi.
Sushi?
Yeah.
You making sushi?
Oh, we'll go buy it. Wanna go get sushi, Micah?
Chris and I are playing Destiny now.
Yeah, we
Well,
are.
we can get sushi and then y'all can play after.
Well, we have to go directly to Destiny
What?
after, though.
You guys suck.
I have to
I'll eat
practice doing
sushi.
Destiny.
I'll find someone else to eat sushi.
I'll eat
with.
sushi, and then, but it has to be right after work.
Yeah, see,
What's
Chris will
those?
have time to eat sushi.
Doesn't take long. We could go to
Took you forever to
Samurai.
get mine.
Where? Oh,
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 what's
at
it
the
called?
one place, the Yuki. Is it Thursday or Friday? It's Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday. I
They
keep
probably
thinking
won't
it's
be as-
Friday, but it's not.
Yeah, but they probably won't be as busy if you go to Yuki.
Friday, getting down on Friday.
Rolls. Multiple
All right,
rolls.
all those are good now. Alright, let's see if this display works now. It doesn't fade out.
Scott and Sandy both poked me in the belly at the same time. I was like, don't poke the bear. It's like, I'm not even fat
Don't
yet.
be
It's like,
bear
you're just
poking.
calling me.
Alright, it's good now.
Just a little.
Good now?
Pressing the crap out of it. I'm doing nothing. Alright, put that screen back on.
The white one.
I don't know. Put the screen back on, find out.
What I'm gonna do, Chris. I'm
Do
gonna
it,
take
Micah.
this
Don't
stuff.
talk about it. Be about it.
Chris, I don't want to.
Alright, let's work on this note. This note has no power, supposedly.
No power.
All of a sudden stopped working after screen replacement, I think is what it was said. Note 5. Note 5. We need to invoice
I was
the...
gonna ask you, the school. Did you do the school?
No, not yet.
Alright.
We got an amp draw and it's not on.
Sorry, I'm picking my chair up. So you don't have to move your body. That's why I came here, to invoice people.
You've come to invoice.
I've come to get money and leave.
Alright, so power button press does nothing. Alright, so I'm going to unhook all peripherals.
Are y'all karaoke?
Are we karaoke?
I don't know.
No, that was for that song that we had to rip for somebody.
Yeah.
Oh.
They wanted us to cut the karaoke song down so they could sing over it in a timed fashion. Alright, so we got no power. What's her name's daughter? The lady that lives down the street from us?
What's her name?
That lives down the street. Oh, no, in the other subdivision?
Yeah. She has some scholarship thing where they have to do a talent section or something.
So
Interesting.
she's doing 1 minute and 18 seconds of
A song. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what is bubbly karaoke? I thought that was like a thing, like bubbly karaoke. Are y'all done with this?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Kill it.
close it out and do
Throw it
whatever.
away, put it in the trash
You're
can.
not safe.
Do
Oh,
not collect
come
$200.
on.
What? Did you break it?
No, I didn't break it.
What'd you-
touch?
It was working on the other screen.
Maybe it's a screen.
Put that one back on here.
It's under.
I don't think there's any. Let me see what's all around that on the 6 Plus. I'll make sure I didn't knock something loose.
Falling green.
Yeah, make sure it works on the other screen.
Alright, that's
Did
one
you
good
get
one.
a
I didn't
check
let it boot
for
up all the way.
that last thing from them?
How did you know I didn't have touch if you didn't let it boot up all the way?
No, with the black one I didn't.
Oh.
I'm talking about with the white one I did it.
There is a touch line. That B sync line is right there, so maybe it's loose too.
Alright,
I might have to clear the whole fucking thing out
Did
and
you
see.
get a check for the last invoice we sent the school?
They haven't sent it out yet, no.
Okay. I don't know. What is the new one? Or did she email? I'll find it.
Yeah, she emailed. Where the fuck did this little guy come
Oh,
from?
yeah, you're gonna leave it so-
It's just a random little microphone connector just hanging out right here.
It loves you, Chris. Chris, I love
Ew.
you.
I have no idea where this came from. Where does it plug in? It's gonna plug in somewhere on this board. Oh, there it is. Found it. Sniper no swiping.
I'm gonna eat a chip.
Is it work lurking on that one?
Just now booted up. Nope.
Get back to me. Micah.
This is a problem.
I gotta check out the fucking connectors.
Here you go.
It was working a second ago. Now it's not working.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah. Alright, so B-Sync is right in here. Which one is it? It's this one too. Okay, that one is possibly loose. Yeah, it's loose. Okay, that's why.
You figure it?
The B-Sync filter is loose. The cap is not, but the filter is. Alrighty.
Alright, to you again.
Alrighty. This is turning into the full rebuild of an iPhone 6 Plus. Thank you, filter. Stay over there. Can you get off my tweezers, please? Thank you. Can you please get off there? Get off. Get off. Thank you. Alright. Let's tin these pads up with some leaded. Put a little leaded on there.
Where did you buy the cable from?
Amazon. Because of stupid rules, they're not allowed to buy from Amazon.
I know.
Which is dumb. Really dumb, for real. Alright, let's check which one of these is the filter. I think it's this one. Yep, it is. Okay, so the filter goes home. Really worried that cap's gonna get blown away, so I'll put it over there. Okay. Grab my cap. Alright. Everyone is reconnected again.
You just charge them what it costs them.
What? No. Parked it up.
Where's the
PNC,
card?
how may I help you?
On that one, I think we charged them $20, I think.
Okay, so it's $14.99.
Yeah, it was $20. Try it again.
Is the screen actually busted or is it just the glass digitizer? Then yeah, it's just the digitizer shattered up.
Do I use the force? Yes, I do use the force.
Okay. Yeah, if you got the model number on the back, that'd help. Okay.
Still no response. So let's change PMIC out and see if it works. We're just going to assume that all Samsungs are PMIC that have no power.
It's fine.
Hopefully the S6 and the Note 5 use the same PMIC. They do. Sweet.
Alright.
fuck, man? Stay up there. My email just told me that I was live on YouTube. Late breaking news. Chris Long is live on YouTube.
It tells me all the time. Or YouTube tells me.
Reset a Samsung device? I honestly don't really have an idea. I think it's volume up and power and home button or something like that. Alright, let's make sure they're the same model. This is a S2MP-S15A0.
Yeah, it'd be on the back and it'd start with an A.
And this one is a S2MP-S15A0. Right. So there's our new PMIC with its lead-free balling on it. Put down a little bit of flux.
Looks like it's air. Let me see how much iPad Air digitized was 65, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be 65.
To the Air 1.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, if you want to drop it off, we got it in stock and we can do it. I usually like to...
iPhone 6 it won't boot with either power button or USB connected to power spot or battery. David, what is it doing when you try to boot it? Like, what's your DC power supply tell you it's doing?
Okay.
See you, Paul. Thanks for joining us again.
You can go ahead and use it. The only issue is if it's like shattered real bad with the glass. That'd be the only thing I would do.
Alright, let's hook this up to power and see what it does now.
Usually if it's a phone, they won't cut you up too bad with the iPads. You know, they get really sharp when they shatter. Okay. Yep.
And we still have a power draw.
Alright.
Doesn't look like anything's changed,
We open
and
we
nope.
open at 10.
Still no change. So we still have a
Are you familiar with the square?
power draw from somewhere. I'm gonna put this other PMIC back in here.
We're right in between Zebra Graphics and the cigar bar.
We'll save that one since it is good. We'll just reball it.
Zebra Graphics are right there in the front. You come in the same lobby door, and we're right to the right.
All zeros. Check your 1V8 line.
Which one is it?
Alright, so let's do some metering on this.
I don't know which one that one. Do you know where Mickey's is? We're three doors out from Mickey's. Yep.
0 and
We're
0.
open at 10.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure that one of these lines should have power on it.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Let's check over
No problem,
here.
sir. Bye.
So I'm pretty sure it goes through here. Our power button does. Let's see if the XW shows where this goes. Yeah, there is. There's two of them. I think this one though, the small one, is only for charging circuit, if I remember correctly. This looks weird. That looks weird too. There's some weirdness right here though. This one's got like, it looks like melted solder at some point that's been touching the shield. Let's see if the reading is still the same now. Yeah, it's still the same reading. Still no response from power button.
Look, that much is working.
Is it? Good. Alright, so
Their camera work.
should charge too. Can you hand me the bag with the iPhone or the Note board and S6 board in it, so I can test this?
The IR is still not working. Alright, what do you need now?
The Note and S6 boards in the bag. Should be the L-shaped ones.
Give you an L shape.
I don't want none of your L-shaped ones.
Fiberglass dongs.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, that's what boards are made out of. Fiberglass.
Your fiberglass dong.
Who loves it, Who likes these fiberglass dongs?
Your mom went to dong school. Well, of course, all the chips I need
Are gone.
are gone on this one. The secondary power IC and the big little fucker over here is gone. Well, since this is off, I can kind of probe around here. This is a different revision though, if you look. This has a different power button set up. In-house repair classes, whenever we get a space that's big enough for it. Right now we're just teetering right at a point where it needs to just go over the edge so I can get the new store, but we're just kind of hanging there.
We got a son that wants to return.
That's nice of him.
And then, well, I mean, he's waiting on the lawyers.
Oh. Let's see if these other boards have any of these chips on. I don't know what this is. I think this is an edge board. Damn it, what?
The light sensor's still not working.
And you put a new one on there?
Uh-huh.
I don't know that. That might be the same chip there. Maybe this one has the same. No. It's got a different power chip, but I think this chip here is the same. The MD61 chip. Yeah, they're identical. TI53. Well, that one's got. I think the PD6i is the actual model, and then the rest of them serial numbers. We'll snag that one there. Alright, we'll snag this chip off this board, swap it over to that board, see if we get any change. Okay. Swap you over to this guy. They're L-shaped because they're losers.
Yes, I do.
Alright, let's see if we still got a short here. These are still shorted. I don't know if that's normal or if that's not normal. Don't work on these enough to know. Let me pull the chip and see if the short goes away. Because if it does, then I can't imagine that two chips would have the same exact fault. But it is possible. No, so it's not related to the chip itself. It's something on that line that is shorted. Okay. So let's see if ZXW has an N920V. N920A. Let's see if that matches. It does look like the same layout. Okay. So this line that is showing shorts is connected to this chip, which we know is the secondary charging IC. And let's see here. This one has everything removed, but we can kind of see what the line natively sits at, I guess. Okay, so there's no short there. So most likely it's going to be under that one. So let's go ahead and pull this BGA IC and see what happens. Did he bring a TriStar for me to do?
Who?
Jacob. From
Yeah.
where is it?
It'd be in the back.
Oh, I need it. Alright, so we got that IC off. Let's see if our short remains. Okay, so our short is still there. Alright, so that might be promising. That might mean we have a bad cap somewhere. So let's see here. This one over here that looks weird could very well be our problem. So let's get rid of him real quick. Go ahead and pull it apart for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
TriStar.
All right. What do you want me to do about this light?
Yeah, short's gone. Light sensor. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that, to be honest. You don't tell me where pin 1 is, do you? You don't. Somebody rewind and tell me the orientation real quick. I might have to go on YouTube and look. I'm thinking it's awfully dark, so you all can't see it. Let me brighten it up. I don't even know if we'll be able to see it. I'm thinking that it'll sit like so, with the point being in the top corner here. I wouldn't think it would be the other way around. Okay. Alright, let's see what it does now. Let's see if we have a short. And the short is back. Well, let's see if the short is correct for this thing or not. Maybe I did put the chip on backwards.
What's your price range for businesses if you're able to fix a searching no service issue on
$100.
the
Yeah, still no change. Same exact symptoms. So my guess would be is our problem lies here. This cap was bad, so that cap very well could have caused damage to this IC since it is on the same line. Kind of sucks. I was hoping we were going to get lucky there by removing that cap and removing the or replacing the component here. We would have been in luck, but so you want to have a note board that they can look and see the orientation of that chip. This is a Note 5. If anyone has a Note 5, they can tell me the orientation of the Max, I think it's Max chip. No, it's a MPB02, looks like.
Oh, come on.
What?
I force stripped out this screw.
Oh. Alright, let's see if this is short now. See, the short's gone with the chip off. The only thing I can think is that let's see, so these two are on it and then these two, so those are all good. The only thing that's causing this line to be 0 ohms would be the chip itself. Let's see if that's just like a charging IC, if it'll boot without it. Or see if our amp draw is different. Our amp draw is different with that chip off. And it does respond to the power button touch with that chip off. It didn't boot up, but it definitely responded to it. Let me see if it'll boot up off of it. No, it won't. It won't boot without that chip on. Yeah, it won't boot with the chip without that chip being on, but it does respond to power button touch now, and it also doesn't have a current draw. So I suspect either this chip is faulty, or I didn't have the orientation correct. But based on the symptoms being exact same, my guess would be that the chip is faulty, which means we're gonna have to order it. What's the model number on the chip or on the board? The board is a N920V, and the chip itself, it has the pin 1 marking here. I think it goes here, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm pretty certain, but it could go this way, but I don't remember. They don't show the orientation here. Let me look on the other Note 5 that they have listed here. Maybe it'll have the same layout. It does have the same layout, actually.
Here you go.
It's saying A1 is in the bottom like this. So it's saying pin 1 is here. So maybe that's my issue. Let me see, do we have a even enough reball on it still? Looks like it might be alright. Check the THSOO for the 920p. What are you talking about? What's the THSOO? We'll try it in this orientation. That's how I set it on the desk, but I didn't think that would be correct because usually the markings, the gold markings, are pin 1 usually. But we'll try it this way and see what goes on. Oh. Freddy, you have to send it again. God knows where that thing is. Alright, so let's see. Alright, there is no short now with the chip back on in that orientation. So let's check this out and see if it actually boots up. May have to reball it. There's not much lead on the bottom of it, or not much solder on the bottom of it. Alright, so there's no short or anything. Still doesn't boot though. It's hanging at about 360 milliamps. As soon as I let go of the power button, it drops back to nothing. So let me pull this chip off and reball it. It doesn't look like it's sitting on there very well anyway. I need to pay more attention when I take these off so I know the orientation. I'm so used to having ZXW and it's very helpful, but it can't be a crutch like that. So this is what happens when you use it as a crutch.
Why are you crushing?
Your mother. Check mine and go to shared with me. Okay. You're talking about the troubleshooting schematic things that Samsung has, where it's like, if this is this, check this. The please bro help sections. I'm gonna have to please bro out here in a minute. Alright, Note 5. Let's see here. Which one of you all is the right one? Not that one. You're too big. Doesn't look like it has this chip in particular on it, so I'm just gonna have to use one that's close. That one won't work. Try this one here. That won't work. Note 4. Those are all iPads. Let's see if the Note 4 has the same, or if it has a different one. It's too big. Too big. Too big. Alright, looks like we're going to use an iPhone stencil again. They tend to have the right reballing size, even if it is for CPU. That's not the right size. It's actually too large.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the hell? This pitch is so fine that I don't have one that fits it. Sure what it looks like. Check my other stencils. Okay. Maybe the PMIC for the iPhone 6s has a fine enough pitch. Oh yeah, there we go. So the iPhone 6s pitch on the PMIC is the same pitch. If you ever get yourself stuck. In a pinch. TriStar stencil? No, TriStar is probably too big of a pitch too. Alright. Reball is complete. Which chip is it? It is MP. I can't read it right now. I have to clean it up first. It's one of the charging ICs, or one of the main power ICs. There's two of them on the Samsungs. Usually this one I think is for, I thought this one was mostly for charging the battery, but it may also do some battery control. So if this chip isn't working, then it's not going to let it turn on, I wouldn't think. The model number on it is MPB02 is what it is. So it's the Samsung TriStar? Okay, well that makes sense then. If that's actually what it is. It would make sense why the phone wouldn't want to boot. Alright, so based on the other schematic that I can find that actually lists the orientation for this one, it's saying that pin 1 is in the bottom here. But I need to confirm that because I don't want to keep putting this chip on. Let's see if we can find that Note 5. MPB0. Let's see. No, that didn't bring up shit. 02, excuse me. Alright, I got pictures of it. Let's see it on the phone. Alright, here's one on the phone. That one's different. That's a different galaxy. That one's really small and I can't see shit. Can't fucking find one that's on the board. That looks like One hour 33 minutes in. Let me check. YouTube live stream. mobilephonemanials.com. Let's see if I can see it here. Oh, there's a corner of it. Okay, I can see it here. So yeah, the dot looks to be in the bottom right hand corner from what I can tell. So this way is the correct orientation from what I can see. So let's put this back on and see what happens. If we haven't fucked the chip yet.
This is the third one I've tried. That's not the second I've tried.
On what?
Front flexes, see if I can get that flight sensor.
Just don't worry about it. I mean, if it wasn't working, it probably wasn't working when it came in, and she didn't complain about it. So.
Okay. All right, Chris. I got you. I'm gonna put it back together and give her a call. We all move.
Hey, look. Looks like we have a Trolololo. Okay, so no shorts. What about the cap I took off? The cap I took off was shorted. So I think that was our original problem the entire time. We still don't have any type of short reading here. It's still not wanting to turn on. It responds to the power button. So it goes up to 250 milliamps. The Samsungs take a little bit longer when you're holding the button. As soon as I let go though, it drops back to 0. Unless it needs some type of data signal. I booted them off this power supply though before. Yeah, as soon as I let go, it goes back to 0. Let's pop it in the frame and see what it does. Let's see if it has any reaction to, say, the charger or something.
Hey, this is Mike at BNC. I was calling about an iPhone 6 Plus that was dropped off here.
Got a green charging light on my charger.
It's ready to be picked up. Okay. Not a problem. Bye.
So I have a green light on the charging brick. I have no display. Let me see what kind of voltage we have. Maybe that'll explain what's going on. We're at 3.89 volts. That should be more than enough to have a display right now. So my guess is this chip's probably FUBAR. Here we got 3.9 volts on that line. 3.9 on this inductor. 3.9 on this inductor. And 3.899 on the battery. Let's see if it goes up or if it just holds solid. It went up to 3.9. See if it goes up any more than that. The battery's slowly going up. I mean, it's really slow, but it is slowly going up. See what happens when we press the power button. Nothing. We got no charging light either. No charging light. The only thing that tells me that it's pulling current is because my charger switches to green. So my fair assessment is that IC is fucked. Possibly due to me. PMIC is probably okay. The TriStar or whatever. No CPU function? Yeah, pretty much. CPU's not turning on, at least. Whenever we hit the power button, it just kind of sits there and doesn't boot. Yep, pretty much. Charger will charge, but no brain to show image. But it also could be a control IC not telling it to turn on. maybe we're getting voltage in, but the actual CPU is not being told, hey, we need to show some signs of life. Not sure. I don't see any of these that are really tied directly to CPU though. Well, I'll probably call that one at that. I'm not really messing with it. Check the small caps around the big PMIC. What do you want me to check it for? Voltage or resistance? Put the cap back off a donor board. I highly doubt that cap has anything to do with it not booting. That's the CPU line. That's the CPU line. That's RAM or CPU or GPU. Yeah, all these are low ohms, but they're not short. They're like 25 to 100 ohms, which was indicative of a CPU line. See if they have voltage. Alright, we'll see if they get voltage. We'll plug in the charger and see what it does. Since with the charger, at least it'll be prompting the phone to show an image. Alright, so I got nothing there. So while I'm holding the home button or the power button on, I have 0.8 volts on almost all the lines, which I assume are CPU. I have 1.2 volts there, 8.8 volts there, 2 volts there. So the main PMIC makes power whenever I hit the main button, but it doesn't turn on. So this almost seems like the CPU is just not responding. I don't know what fucking toasty filter you're talking about.
Toasty.
There's no... I don't see a toasty filter. Are you talking about... Talking about this thing here? That's a capacitor. That is 90 ohms. That's a CPU line. Talking about this. This is cap 2, I think. Yeah, it's a cap.
Something different, Ashley?
No.
No, someone did.
Probably I don't know why the guitar guy was. I heard someone walk in earlier.
Check the oscillator? I don't know how to check the oscillator with the multimeter. I look at voltage, I guess. I always think that the oscillator would just die, but maybe. Let's check the oscillator's voltage. I don't know if I can really read anything from this. Let's hit the quote unquote hit the power button. Like so. We got 0.3 volts. And 0.492. 0.36 and 0.492 on the oscillator. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent. I guess I could replace it for shits and giggles. Let's see if it's on this board. Yeah, it's under cover. Under the cover of darkness. I already stole it off this board. Yeah, Freddie, I already put a new PMIC on it. That is a new one that's on it. I put that on earlier. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a 2400P. This one says P24. Does that mean the same thing? We'll find out. Put the cap back on. The cap's not the problem. Guarantee it. That cap is on line with multiple caps. I don't think that one cap is the problem. That cap is least of my worries. Have you missed much? Yeah, you've been missing me struggle with a note. This note just kicking my arse. Okay, got our oscillator. Let's take this out of the frame. Note to the note, fuck off. Sounds like a good plan to me. And I'll quote you on your note to unnote. Micah, you hiccup like a little girl.
Chris, you hiccup like a little girl.
Can't say the same thing.
Chris, it wasn't the same thing.
The Cave Mill Apartments. No. Micah's fart mouth.
What is their bill for?
105.
What for?
Service call and 2 hours labor.
3 hours later.
Shove it up, dup, 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 dup. What mirror where? Shamanamanamanananamana.
What'd you do for a clown like boss? I smash your hair right through your rudder.
What?
What?
How much did you say their bill was? 1 month.
What?
You said their bill was what? 100.
105 should be.
Okay.
I think after
Do I need to email it to him?
ESM. 105. Corrupt ROM or related. Well, this one was a for certain bad cap to start with. Like it was shorting the board and had a constant amp draw. So I know the cap was the initial issue. A new oscillator on it does the same exact thing. Goes to about 270, 260 milliamps. When I'm pressing the power button, as soon as I let go, it falls back to 0. So originally, Freddie, this cap right here was shorted, which is on the main VCC line, I guess. And when I took that off, I had already replaced this because I didn't realize that this was even shorted. I had replaced PMIC, replaced this chip, found this short, removed this, thinking that maybe it was pulling it down. It wasn't. Removed this cap, short was gone. Put this chip back on. Put it on wrong the first time. Put it back on in the right orientation, and now we're at the current situation we're at, where it does not boot. Did it get dropped or liquid? I think it was just dropped. I don't see any signs of liquid damage on the board, so I'm fairly confident this was just a dropped phone, because I think he said he replaced the screen on it. And after he replaced the screen on it, he said that it had no power. It didn't show any type of light or anything whenever he was trying to charge it. Which is still not showing a light on the phone. It does show a light on my charger that it's charging, that it's pulling amperage. And it does actually charge the battery up, but it's not turning on. Well, Freddie, if it did damage the big PMIC, I would think that I wouldn't be getting voltages like I am. Because the voltages I'm getting are correct. I mean, they seem theoretically correct. It seems consistent with the voltages I would see for, say, an iPhone. Reflow CPU? No, I'm good.
Reflow it.
Yeah, the charger still shows that the phone is drawing power, but I still don't get any indication on the screen and no lights or anything. I don't know. I really don't think that the orientation would have messed it up, though, just because of the fact that the PMIC is still outputting the correct voltages. If CPU is getting the power, yeah, CPU is underfilled on these. If CPU is getting the power that's telling it to turn on, and it's not turning on, I can't imagine that the PMIC would be the issue. Reheat the RAM. The RAM's on top of the CPU. I'm not doing that. On the Note 5, I think? No, it's the Note 4. The Note 4, the RAM and the hard drive are the same thing. Tried another screen. I don't think it's screen based on the DC power supply draw. The DC power supply draw goes back to 0 as soon as I let go of the power button. So based on how the DC power supply is acting, I would say we got a CPU problem. In that case, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to go run a board through the ultrasonic, though. So hold on 1 second. Did you ever get that TriStar board out?
I got 2 TriStar boards out for you here. Where you go?
2 of them.
2 of them.
Where's the other one?
5C from earlier
Oh,
today.
yeah, that's right.
I just now pulled it out.
Let me see.
Which one? 5C or the? Oh, I already set the other board over there for you. Chris, get your hand out of your crotch.
I'm not.
All the time.
Fucking.
Your hands on your
These
balls.
goddamn underwear just eating my balls up.
They're supposed to support you so you don't have saggy balls.
No, I actually went out and bought the tightest boxer brief she could buy.
His hot pants.
She
No,
calls
I
them.
thought it was the same ones I got before, and then it wasn't.
It wasn't, and now my
Hillary's the
testicles
one
hurt.
that told me to get them. She was like, "No, I think that's what you got," and I was like, "I don't know, they look tight." And she was like, "No, that's what you got before." I was like, "Okay." You know you have to.
Bad influences.
Now you have to wear hot pants.
Hot pants.
I'm about to go home after I build these people.
Sounds like a good idea to me. You gonna be ready for Scooshy as soon as I get home?
Yeah.
You gonna have Kenneth's food ready to roll?
Yeah. When did you go to Cave Mill last week?
Did you try to start in Odin mode? Are you talking about like the volume down button? I didn't try that. I'll try that. Based on the fact that I'm getting no CPU response, I highly doubt that will work, but we'll try. Hot pants? No. Don't put that image in your mind. D&M gave me a sad face.
I have to see it every morning.
She does see it every morning.
Sad face.
Ashley does the same sad face.
You went to
Volume
Cave
down,
Mill
home,
last
and
week,
power.
right?
We'll see what it does.
You went to Cave Mill last week.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
It was detected by USB for a split second, then it went off. That was weird. How does that work? Yeah, it's detected by USB right now. But then it goes on for a second and then it goes off. Yeah, it's only recognized by the computer if I hold the power button. Like, as soon as I press the power button, I'm holding it right now. Now if I let go of it, as soon as I let go of it, it powers back off. Yeah, it won't go into anything. Yeah, as soon as I let go of the power button, it shuts right back off. No bueno. The chip that I was messing with is the USB communication and battery chip, I think. Pretty sure that's the one that does the battery charging and USB comm stuff. Boop 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 boop. Alright. The flash with user data option on 3U tools, I've used it several times. It works. I've even used it out of DFU mode. Because whenever the phone kicks itself out of DFU, it goes into a recovery state. And when it does that, you can, the 3U tools just starts restoring it like a normal update. Alright, so let's take this TriStar off and remove the cap that's next to it while we're at it. Alright, TriStar is off. Alright, a little bit of flux, a little bit of solder.
What was your favorite Ninja Turtle?
My favorite Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Raphael.
You would.
Typical.
He was the edgy one.
I don't know. I like Michelangelo because he likes
I
his
was like
stuff.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo was just nerdy. Well, geeky, more or less.
He was a skateboarder.
I know, but he was a little like dweeby too. He and Donatello were
I like
the
that.
two oddballs.
That's why I like them.
BT, how may I help you?
No problem,
yeah,
Mark.
We're still open.
Yeah, we're open.
16 minutes.
Yeah, we're still open. Alright, see ya.
Is that the lady?
No, that was,
Did you call that lady?
yeah, I called her.
What'd she say?
She said, alright.
She's just gonna come get it some other time or something?
I guess so.
What do they want? Does it require QuickBooks?
Biforce comes for what he's doing.
Oh, it requires nothing.
Is he coming?
That's what he said. He said he's blocked over.
I'm working on it right now.
I know.
We can hang out.
All these loose components over here. I don't think I've ever knocked that many caps off before. Well, we're gonna reflow them back into place. How about that app? Can you pull that board?
Yeah. I certainly can. Oh,
Trying to be funny. You're funny. Looking. Micah, I've noticed that if you use one joke, you use it for 6 years.
I will. It still makes me laugh. Dinner plates.
What?
He made a joke one day and said, "Your mom." Did you say your mom has
No,
nipples?
I said you did.
Oh, I did. Said I have nipples the size of dinner plates.
Context it was, but I said he had.
And then ever since then, he just uses the same joke over and over.
I will.
Until he dies.
Yes.
Not until I die, just until I stop laughing at it.
Until it's not
What's up,
funny
Paul
anymore.
Daniels? Mr. Daniels in the building.
Just like his mom's exploded hot pocket.
Hot pocket. Alright, we're ready for a new TriStar. Death almost occurred.
Yeah, let's go this,
Death almost occurred. Alright, let's grab our Tree Star.
Are you done with the
TriStar.
what's it called for today?
Ultrasonic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn it off. We need to get more distilled water for that, by the way. It is low,
I don't know if you're telling me either.
Ashley. We also need bread.
Yeah, well, I forgot to
What?
tell her about that.
We need bread.
bread.
Yeah, and
I've been
distilled
coming in
water.
here and eating like 3 loaves at a time.
You ate 3 loaves.
Yeah, just in the morning.
Just
so I
like-
get hungry.
Just
Nice
all
eat
bread.
all bread.
We also haven't eaten stuff.
Yeah, he carb loads.
And I might be able to tomorrow before I go to work. I have to work tomorrow too.
Housekeeping?
It'll still be a minute. He's still
He's
working on it.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
I'm not here for that.
Here for what?
Trust me, I ain't gonna rush the man for doing board load report. If gonna rush me, it'll be double the price. I'm here to drop this one off.
Okay.
This one will be done in a few minutes if you want to wait.
Okay.
I just gotta test it and then he's gotta throw it back in the frame.
That's fine with me.
Time for testing.
What's wrong with that one?
Which one?
The one you work on.
TriStar. Tree Star.
Tree stars. You're going the wrong way.
Man on the run.
Man,
It's working now.
run.
Yes, everything's purple.
I had
for
custom
mine.
for purple. Red or purple, which one it was.
I've had this one for a while. I like it still.
I had one come in, it was completely decked down in Star Wars.
Really?
I mean, everything from top to, and it was
Here's
actually
everything.
on the plastic itself. It wasn't like a decal or anything. It was literally on the, all around. It was, and the keyboard lit up red. I'm like, oh my god.
I
Got
need
red
you.
on there.
Did you whisper to it? Did
a
you
9.7 in there.
did you whisper
9.7
to it?
fine.
Tell it that you needed it.
And it had pretty good specs on it. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't 9.7, it was 9.5, but still.
Here you go, Maka.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Guys, I can take Kenna with me. Do you have her lead in here?
We have a
Yeah.
lead.
Alright.
Charger LDO or Tigris.
Wanna go home?
Um,
Wanna go home?
which phone?
That's where you had got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going nuts.
Cause she's gonna go home.
Or she gotta go
Save
faster.
some room for later.
No.
Those work better than the traditional leash.
Yeah.
I like it a lot better.
More control
I don't
over.
like them.
Some dogs don't do well
I
in
like the
them.
harnesses.
That's what that is,
But
a
I
harness.
don't like the
You
actual.
like the face one? Is that what Alice has?
No,
What have you done,
it's like
honey?
hers, but like I'm
What?
talking about the leash itself. You guys have
Oh,
that like
I like
extending.
this too. I've
I don't
had
like
this
that.
her whole life. And she even chewed on it when she was a puppy.
Man on the road.
Hang on.
Man on the
But
road.
she,
I'm waiting for
she's
D&M here
weird,
to
like,
tell me
her,
what phone he's
her
talking about.
neck and her head's like the same size, so like collars, whenever she used to have her anxiety
What phone you talking about, boy?
problems, she would like get out of it really easily. So this helps. Hang on. Can I help you?
Here.
Pick up a cell phone.
Okay. Is it in the computer or does it have a charge? Is it
Is
charged?
it warranty or?
Is this warranty? Okay.
Is
Thank
it?
you.
Thank you. Is that right? Okay.
I hope so.
Come on,
Take it
Ken.
back.
I hope it was the same person. Was that the same person, Micah, that
Pretty
came
sure
in?
that's the same person first.
Alright.
Well, maybe. Too late now.
That was her friend, was it not? iPhone 6 draws 0 amps from charger, not Tigris, not TriStar, no shorts, no coil. Phone works with charge bank. See ya. D&M, have you tried a new charge port? Also check your Tigris boot. I think it's Tigris boot or Tigris.
Tires boot.
Yeah, I think it's Tigris boot line.
I'm just gonna be known to look over your shoulder if you don't care.
I don't care.
It just amazes me what you do.
What?
I was saying I'm looking over his shoulder if he doesn't care. I think it's pretty cool what he does. That small
We're
stuff.
doing live stream right now. So.
Oh, are you?
You got 20 people watching.
We have 36 people watching us.
20 people watching.
36.
You got audio going or no audio?
Yeah, there's audio.
You can talk. They don't
Better
care.
watch
They
what I
don't.
say.
No.
Well,
As long as you aren't being racist, we don't care. Don't trumpet around here.
I gotta hold back then.
Hold him back.
You gotta stream it through the Facebook or what?
No, YouTube and Twitch. Mike is going to tell you everything that's incorrect right now.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it then when you go live.
We stream every other day usually.
Huh.
We make fun of Jacob all the time.
Yeah, I do jump on there.
Alright, so this phone turns on. They said it wouldn't turn on. So this is probably TriStar also. All the TriStars today.
3 stars.
National TriStar Day.
Them, a lot of them. A lot of 3 stars.
Link to the coil. Let me check. No, this isn't TriStar. No, it's not TriStar. Is it the battery? Is the battery just bad?
What's the one I just brought you?
No, that's
No.
a different
Oh,
one.
okay, never mind.
This one's data recovery job. Yeah, I think the battery on this one's screwed up. That or Tigris is messed up. What have you missed, Anthony? You've missed me sit here and look at a note for 2 hours.
He did.
Let's see if it'll boot up or not.
Oh, you got me. No, don't give me a camera.
Don't get you in camera.
Witness protection. Back cover the logo. Different business now. I don't even have it on. I don't care. I was just checking.
No, I don't give a shit.
What's your, I guess your tag on Twitch?
Chris Long.
More.
Chris Long YouTube, all one word. YT for the YouTube. YT. I think this battery's fucked. It won't boot up with this battery in. Or if it is booting, it's booting extremely slow. Most of the people that are in chat are on YouTube.
I'm scared someone. Maybe go live won't be enough fun. Check it out.
Alright, so the phone shut back off with the shit battery in it. So let's see if another battery will let it boot. How things over there? Are they busy?
Oh yeah. Dude, everything's back in swing with the screws and everything.
Yeah.
I can't even keep up with my repairs, let alone the front.
How many of y'all are doing today?
Phone wise?
Yeah.
50.
50.
I mean, easily 20 plus.
Yeah.
Easily.
Dude.
Anything between, number one repair screens or batteries.
Always. Always, always.
What everyone's busting.
Mm-hmm. This looks more promising. Did it boot up or did it shut off again? Oh, it shut off again. Or the screen's turning off, one or the other. Let's see, his computer see it. Nope. It's rebooting again. Well, there's definitely something up with this phone. Let's see if I can boot it off the power supply. Hopefully just a software problem.
That's still the same.
Which one?
The one you still trust out.
Oh yeah. It's TriStar. Of course it's dead.
I'll show you dead.
Just plug it in up here on the other charger.
Good volume.
Yeah, wait, check him out. Amperage draw doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right.
Not sure about
Well, thank you.
Nope, amperage draw is not correct.
I started watching Super here lately. And I've watched all of them. Well, I didn't. I skipped out on GT. I started watching GT a long time ago, back in the early 2000s, and I didn't really care for it much. I played all the GT games and stuff, but I just couldn't get into the series very much.
it. Why do some people skip it and they ain't missing much?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if all the software update will
Super's
fix
been
this.
good so far. I really like Super.
Are you cut up or what are you up to?
I'm not. I literally just started it here lately. I'm probably about to where Goku is turned into the Super Saiyan God or whatever.
Oh, that's like 13th season, bro.
That's like the fourth episode.
No. Like, yeah,
I know it's pretty much the movie.
It is a bit different.
I have no idea what this means, so you all tell me. Anthony says, Chris, tell Micah GT isn't canon.
I know it
and
isn't canon.
He shouldn't care about it.
I know. Yeah, I already knew that.
If he wants to watch it just to watch it, that's different. But it's not canon. Yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's not canon.
I don't even know what this means.
But if you skip altogether, good. Again, you ain't missing much
Yeah.
or nothing.
They don't
good
even
at all.
continue it off of. They don't even mention any of it in Super. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're better off just skipping it off completely.
No one cares that Goku gets turned into a cage.
We're still waiting on Paul Daniels to release
How much
his
are we charging them
battery.
on
60
a,
bucks.
60, okay.
Still waiting on Paul Daniels to release his battery tester. That's been in the works for 17 years now.
It's a good thing, of course.
Oh yeah, we keep the card on file.
Well, but I had to get gas here. I don't even know if I still kept the card or not.
You better hope you didn't have it on you. Verifying iPhone update with Apple. "17 years." Yeah. Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels does this prototyping per century. First prototype, first century. Second prototype, second century. What were we doing here, iTunes? You're going slow. There it goes. iTunes is running very slow right now. Declined.
No, it says he's not replying.
Oh.
Of course, when sending point, he takes a sweet time, but when he wants me to go get blizzards, he's on point.
Oh, yeah. Don't you love that? Paul Daniels. Jack Daniels sauce.
It still needs to charge up, but if you guys have any issues with it,
You know where we are. I don't think you will, though.
I don't think it will either. It was charging. Or showing that it was charging.
The amp meter said it was charging too, so.
I'll put it in my car. And I'll let you know.
I bet by the time you get over there, it'll be full, ready to go.
I do got that fast charger.
Get that Qualcomm 3.0 fast charge.
Oh,
4 amps,
baby.
baby.
AT&T, one piece.
Oh, yeah, the one piece one.
I was blown away how fast that thing charged.
Am I powering this off my power supply? No. Yes. I lied. It is off my power supply. We'll see if this finishes updating. Micah, as soon as it's done, I'm leaving. We're going to go eat some sushi.
I gotta stop by Walmart to get batteries still.
Yeah? For what? Your controller?
For my controller.
Why don't you go by GameStop and just get the charging
I
thing?
go all the way to GameStop.
Oh my god,
I'm sure they have them at Walmart too, but
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna get some batteries and get the hell out of there. I need to change some stuff like that from the thing.
Yeah, you fucking thief.
I'm not a thief. I would never take them.
Oops.
You want the receipt?
Don't do
Here's
that.
the receipt for you. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Alright, let's see here. This restore is taking god awful forever.
Your girlfriend got shit all over the place.
Sorry. Paul Daniels says he has the PCB ready to go. He just has to send it off.
Joe, you know how to get there?
You too, man.
See ya. Paul Daniels. Jack Daniels sauce.
Sass.
Pow! Oh my god, this software update's taking forever. Sometimes iTunes does this, just runs really slow. You're calling it the bench, buddy? Wearing my names out. I'm pushing Paul Daniels.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Did Micah just burn his finger? No.
No.
He's just loud and sporadic. He's like a small animal. Joshua, no thanks to you, buddy. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. As soon as this update's finished, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Go eat some raw fish.
How much was you gonna pay me for cleaning?
Well, I mean, I bought your lunch today.
Okay, alright, that's fine. No, that's fine.
No, I was gonna pay you 30.
30? Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna go to
Well, you didn't tell me what else you sold, so I'm just basing off what you sold there.
Fuck. I didn't even know you counted that in.
Yeah, I count that in. I give you a little bit off of it. I mean, it's not.
I know I sold at least maybe 6 pop sockets.
Okay. I give you about $3.
$3.
How much was the lunch?
It was 12.
Okay, so take off 6, so I owe you 20 something. You want to just buy your dinner tonight?
I'm not going anywhere tonight,
Are you not going with us?
No. I gotta go home and practice. But like I said, by the time I get done practicing, you'll be home.
Okay.
I'll be ready to go.
Jack Daniels sauce. Paul Daniels.
I'm trying to refrain
Battery
from
meter.
going anywhere until I can figure out what the pin is for my debit card.
I don't know what my pin is. They told me to set
They
it
gave
up.
me a random
Already.
generator when I told them I
Oh,
wanted
did
to do
they?
my... Yeah, I told them I wanted to do my own, but...
Oh, that sucks.
So now I gotta go... I think they wrote in all the notes they gave me whenever they gave me, like, the big fucking packet deal. So
Everybody in chat needs to just keep tagging Paul Daniels. Paul said he couldn't work with you because you would drive him insane.
Good.
The only sushi you like is raw ones? Yeah, me too.
I like the deep fried ones. I like anything deep fried.
Nate, it's not in DFU recovery, and it's prompted to boot. It sits at 100 milliamps. I've had some the same way, man. And chances are it's going to be a fucking nightmare to find what the issue is. I'm really starting to think that, like, some of these phones that get sent in, I'm just going to tell people, if there's no signs of liquid, don't send it to me, because there's a chance I ain't going to find the issue. A lot of these have just been rabbit holes. Like, I've had several this week that do the power looping shit, but they never show anything on screen. They go up to 100 milliamps and then back off. 100 milliamps, back off. 100 milliamps, back off. And I haven't found any common fix for them yet. So I don't know what the solution for it is. I suspect it's something to do with either PMIC or CPU. I don't know that PMIC just randomly fails. So I don't think that that's the problem. I think it's a CPU issue. L7012 on ZXW. If it's labeled, I'll be happy to show you. I will be shocked if it's labeled though. Let's see. ZXW. Switch over schematic view. S7. They have S7 Edge. They don't have S7. I can see if there's an L7012 listed on here. Yeah, it shows an L7012 here. It goes to the CPU on here. So on this one, it goes to right here on the CPU. Alright, so this S6 finished the update. Let's see what it does, if it'll actually boot up or not. The amperage looks better now. And it does seem like it is booting, and it did. iTunes sees it. It says it needs authentication for Jennifer's iPhone. So, that was just a software issue. Johnny Bravo. Alright.
That was the name of my first game pig that I killed. I didn't mean to kill it. I fed an army man.
You fed it army?
It got constipated and died.
God damn it, Micah.
It was the Sarlacc pit.
You're a Sarlacc pit. Alright, so this one's good to go. I'm going to go ahead and power it off. Actually, I don't think you can power it off from the update screen, to be honest. No, you can't. He didn't leave me a passcode, so I don't know how he wanted me to get data. Cool.
Magic.
I'm pulling the power on it. It can finish the update tomorrow. Alright, ladies and gents, I am going home.
Me too.
Micah's going home. You should go home if you're not at home. If you're meant to not, like if you're supposed to be at work right now, just go home anyway because I said so. But I will see you all tomorrow.
Shut up and go home.
We've got fun stuff to work on, like TriStars, everybody's favorite. We've got some. I got some iCloud removals I gotta do, so we'll do those. But anyway, I will see y'all later. Have a good night.